Let's take you live down to City Hall where Mayor Olivia Chow is speaking ahead of the Executive Committee meeting. Let's listen.
Never gave up. They showed us what is possible by working together, by teamwork, how they are stronger together, how they lift each other up, care for each other. And their dedication and passion gave us hope. Blue Jays set an example of excellence and determination that resonates beyond the ballpark. Thank you, Blue Jays. We're admired, proud of you, and love you. I know we will keep our hope alive for the next World Series next year. I also want to thank our many partners who worked through the playoffs, including the QB416 folks that gave us the screen to show the games so we can have watch parties, the fire, the police, the paramedics, people responsible for transportation. They work together to prepare for the games and make Toronto shine. The federal government is having the budget being released today, this afternoon. I look forward to a budget that partners with us to build more homes that people can afford, invest in safety, public transit, and make life more affordable by feeding more kids. The list of very desired investments are summarized in a letter that I put together to all councillors. This includes investment in safety. The city is already hiring more police officers, expanding crisis workers, frontline officers, paramedics, 911 call takers, youth programs. We need a good partnership that will help us continue this work on safety. So I want to see the federal Building Safer Communities Fund continue beyond next March. It provides $5 million towards critical youth safety programs that give young people hope. And to build more affordable housing faster, the federal government needs to honor its campaign promise to cut 50% of the development charges and invest in cities' infrastructure and public transit so the city has fiscal room to help home builders to get shovels in the ground faster. To make life more affordable, we're looking for a commitment and continuing of expanding the school food programs and, of course, the transit funding. The Universal Food Program Save a Family with 2 kids, $880 a year in groceries. So it's something that's really important for the federal government to continue to support. With federal support, we will continue to build a caring city that delivers for families. Now, back to the Executive Committee. There are some important items in this morning Executive Committee. This morning, I was listening to the radio, that word, snow flurries, about next few weeks, I heard it. I thought, whoa, okay, we need a new revamped snow program. Last winter, the city's snow clearing just didn't work very well. Residents were frustrated. Some have difficulties getting out of their homes. Others have difficulty moving around the city. It was hard. And the reports didn't match what people are experiencing, what they're seeing on the street. And help sometimes came too late, and that needs to change. I asked the city manager to do a review, and they've done a good job and brought forward a new citywide plan that used all available resources to improve snow clearing this winter and beyond. I've also summarized that in a letter to councillors, to the Executive Committee. And there are 5 key priorities. The first one, the snow clearing contracts signed a few years ago were fatally flawed as it did not include snow removal. Imagining that, shuffling the snow without removing it, especially in a snowstorm, won't work because you're shuffling the snow and you end up blocking people's driveway. They can't come out. Or a senior have difficulty coming out if you don't remove the snow. So the first thing we're going to fix is to proactively remove the snow. And as the contracts comes up, we will fix it. we will add in snow removal so that the contract works. The second area is ending the 311 blackout period. Did you know there was a blackout period so you can't report? But that didn't make sense. So that the people can report right away so that we can go and fix the problem. If you don't know, how are you going to fix it? The second area is the one-team approach across the city. So department knows who is responsible. And with a central command that works year-round, when a big storm hits, we can redeploy our staff, putting 200 people out to clear and remove the snow. That is what we would do. The third point, we will buy new equipment and improve the repairs. Some of you may remember that half the equipment didn't work, end up in a repair shop. That didn't make sense. So we're buying new equipment and improving the repair so that the equipment would work. Last one, to make communication clearer so people know when the streets and sidewalks will be cleared and the snow removed. Let's have better communication that's realistic, especially when we have a GPS dashboard that will work this time. This plan will give us immediate improvements and set us up for long-term success. It's about keeping our city running, keeping people safe, rebuilding trust. So when it's snow, Toronto is ready. The second item is the Provincial Bill 60 and how it threatens the rights of renters in our city. Half of Torontonians, residents, rent their homes. They deserve to feel secure and protected without the fear of unfair evictions or steep rent increases. Bill 60 moves us in the opposite direction. It makes it easier for landlords to evict tenants, weakens appeal rights, and cuts compensation for people forced to leave their homes. That is not how we build housing, and it is not how we build a caring city. Toronto has been leading with real solutions, programs like Rent Bank to help people pay a few more dollars so they don't get evicted. There's eviction prevention programs in the community so that people that are facing eviction would have some support and help with the landlord so they can keep living there. Tenant support programs. These programs are helping people stay housed. We also introduced a renoviction bylaw to stop illegal evictions, and that was in July. We hired more inspectors called Rent Safe inspectors. We are supporting nonprofit groups to buy housing so that affordable homes, over 1,000 units, 1,000 of these homes can stay affordable forever. So our message to the province is clear. If you want to build more rental housing, work with the cities to make it affordable to build, not easier to evict. Because renters deserve stability, fairness, and the same long-term security in their homes as everyone else. I believe if you have any question on snow removal, we have our city manager, Paul Johnson, and Deputy City Manager Will Johnson here. You probably have some question about snow. How did I guess? You wrote an article this long about it. Yes, have you seen my letter about snow?
All right, we've been listening in live to Mayor Olivia Chow down at City Hall, speaking ahead of her executive committee meeting, which will kick off at 9:30 this morning, really talking about snow removal in the city. Pretty shocking how their contract with the snow removal companies last year did not include snow clearing, and hence people were kind of trapped inside their homes due to all those snow banks that piled up. Also saying that she's removing that dark period for 311 service calls, so people will now have access to that phone line more. And then also she touched on Bill 60 60, criticizing it and kind of reiterating all the tenant support programs she plans to put in place, including the rent eviction bylaw that she introduced in July. So we'll have more on this throughout the day.